Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. I am calling in from Germany. My name is Gift Safwa, the gift of OnPassive. Welcome to Heroes webinar. Without wasting much time, we call upon our dear brother Andy to give us the update, and also our dear brother Red will top it up. Brother Andy, please go ahead.
Well, I'm going to cover the the sales side, Gifty, and Red will give us the updates. But we know from our corporate webinar the other night that there are several products going to be released to us, and there are several that are going to be free for customers to use, which is fantastic. Now, from our point of view, it means that we are going to be able to build a business from the free customers. Now, let me explain what I mean. Everybody here probably uses Facebook. Everybody's on a Facebook group, but nobody here actually likes Facebook. I certainly don't. I don't like the fact that I can try and buy something on Facebook and it doesn't turn up, but I've paid for it. I don't like the fact that there are lots of people on Facebook that have fake accounts. People aren't who they say they are, and often there are those that try and groom children or trawl for kids, which is despicable. So we know that our ONET is going to be one of those products that is a total correction to the corruption. Not only will you not be able to have a fake account because you have to prove who you are, but we also have a system within the OnPassive ecosystem that will allow us to sell things. So we can post things in ONET in order to be able to offer it to others. Fantastic. But what I'm really getting at here is the fact that this is a free product. Now, that gives us an opportunity. So how many friends have you got on Facebook? I've got lots of acquaintances on Facebook, lots of acquaintances on LinkedIn, etc. And these are your first port of call with ONET, because once they go across and start to use our social media platform, they'll realize that there's a difference to what's available today. But, and here's the key, every single person that signs up to use ONET is under your link. So if you introduce this to 10,000 people, they may not become customers today, but they will become customers in the future. And that's where a lot of the income is going to come from our point of view. And anybody who becomes a reseller very shortly. So the opportunity exists here to be able to encourage others to use a system that's far better than currently available, via social media, but also it gives us the opportunity to build a customer base. And as I said, sooner or later, they become customers. Now, you also got YouTube, and ONET will have the same facility or the same opportunity for those that use YouTube to be able to post videos, same as we do on YouTube. Now, again, think about this for one moment. There are a lot of people on YouTube that have millions of followers. If they were to post one video on ONET and send a link to their viewers or subscribers, look, there's a new platform, come and have a look at my new video on this new platform. A lot of these people will come across and they'll sign that or complete the entry process, in other words, your name, email address, etc. And they are then tagged to those that bring them in. So again, whether they become customers today or customers in the future, they will become customers, and vast majority of those will become paying customers. So this is where our income is going to boost itself. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. I've got a thumb up from Sergeant Lynn. Perfect. All right, so there's lots of different opportunities here, but as I said, share, share, share. Now, the company's going to do an awful lot of things, and we know now that we are one of the official sponsors for the FIFA World Cup in November. And 5 billion people are likely to view the World Cup. So what does that do for us? This gives us an opportunity now to be able to get ourselves out there and known. So we start sending, as soon as we have this reseller link, we start sending things out to every single person we know. And you've got to look at the other products that we've got and how these fit in with other people. So anybody that's got children at school, Academy, ONET, OConnect. Anybody that's got children at university, because bottom line is the cost of things like university and further education, etc., is substantial. So having an income coming in as a reseller, because you're simply using the products that are far superior, means that it can cover the cost or help with that cost. Everybody on this planet at the moment needs a second income of some sort or another. So by simply sharing the opportunity, you're going to be able to have customers come on board that will pay for the products that we have, and those products will generate a commission for you and an income for you, whether it be monthly, annually, quarterly, or whatever. It's going to create an income. Now, I've done numbers before, but simply, if we say that OnPassive will create your 3 customers for you in a very short period of time, and then I'm going to say it's going to take 3 months to create 3 further customers for you and those first 3, it'll go you plus 3 is 4, 4 times 3 is 12, plus your 4, 16, 16 times 3, 48, 48 plus 16, 64, 64 times 392, plus your 64, 256. So if you did nothing and just simply let, in that example, the company build those customers for you at the end of the first year, you'd have 256 customers. Now, if you simply shared this opportunity with 9 others, or shared the reseller position with 9 others, and let the company do the same again, you can multiply those figures by 10. So you'd have 2,560 in your group at the end of the first year. Now, that's increased your income tenfold. And who here doesn't want their income increased tenfold? I do. I hope that helps, Gifty.
Thank you very much, Brother Andy. We really appreciate you. Brother Red Referee, please go ahead and give us the updates, Mr. Q&A.
I don't think Red's back yet. You might have to speak to Marty.
Okay, now I think the OTech pros will fit in, and then after them, Brother Red will continue from there. So please, our OTech pro, Brother Collins, Brother Oliver Vincent, Brother Bob, whoever is ready, please unmute yourself and top it up for us.
Yeah, let me take it for the OTech Pro today.
Okay.
I want to greet everybody in the house, and I'm sure we are all fired up with the back-to-back updates from the CEO. My body is still also in fire, been fired up for the past how many days today, and I'm sure to the rest of my life. When you see your future is guaranteed, you know, you have that freedom, no financial burden that is coming again on your side, you know you are fine and we are fine. But before I say something, there's somebody going around, especially in Heroes and MFA, calling people, hacking people's account, their WhatsApp account, calling them, texting. Please, when you see that, just delete. I got those calls. Oh, somebody interrupted. That just delete. I got those calls. Hey, Bruce, can you mute Bruce? Thank you.
Hey, Bruce, can you be careful not to unmute? You tend to unmute yourself inadvertently. Thank you.
Yeah, so I got a call on Friday and yesterday, and I had to I talked to him and I gave him a sound warning. But I tried to look at the number to delete that number away from the group, from the Heroes group. That number I didn't see the number. Even the number he called me, I didn't see the number. So we should just be careful And because those guys, you don't know who are the people calling, you know. He called from different numbers, and also sent some people call that they've sent them link, you know. So we should be very careful. We've been preaching here, talking here about phishing. So don't allow that type of person to get your account, your WhatsApp account, or send you a link to click and then get your account on ransom. So but I'm very proud, and I'm very proud with the heroes in all the groups, and that all the heroes group 1, 2, 3, they are very active and they are reporting things. Please, let's keep up that with that spirit, and we should protect each other. Now that we are getting into the moment in our life that we are not going to have that financial freedom, we will have people like this. When you see any phone calls that you don't know, please don't pick. If you pick one, and delete that number immediately. Do not click on any link. Please do not click on any link. Do not click on any link. Yeah, let me go back to our race story. I was like, when the CEO told us that Connect will be our domain package, it blew off my mind. And that it comes along with the hosting and the web suite, and it's going to be a mandatory to all the 1.4 million founders. My brothers and sisters, if you remember what Ash told us maybe last month, that Mail, Connect, resign from your job. Ash told us sometime last month, Mail, Connect, resign from your job. Now, Connect is going to be mandatory to everybody, the 1.4 million. You own it on your domain, you own it, because it's going to be the domain package, which therefore means that, oh my God, and the traffic that is going to come there. This is good news to us. This is good news to us. And each product is going to have their own link. You know what that means also with the traffic. The CEO told us again that OnPassive will milk out the traffic until there's no more traffic. And OnPassive will form an agency of army. After they've milked out all the traffic, OnPassive will form an agency of army that will go out to look for traffic. Again, he said that the final traffic is going to be OnPassive traffic, and it's going to be organic and fresh. Look, when I heard all these things, my mind blew off. I was like, what is he saying? Again, I'm not a marketer. Maybe Maddie and Red them with them, Andy, they will help me on this. He said, if we do have an event of 1 million, what he told us about 20-25%, that it was just an example, that he's not expecting that if we do have 1 million customers that will come to our end of our event, we'll have just 250,000. That it was just an example. That is going to be half. I'm sure. I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to be on this thing live channel. I'm not supposed to say this, but I'm just fired up that I'm just giving out information that I'm not supposed to give. But please, we are in a very good position. I'm so proud and privileged to be a founder. If you are not, then something is wrong with you. And the CEO, now the pending founder will be flushed on Tuesday. On Tuesday, you know what that means. The smooth transition to OnPassive.com. I will end it there, and I don't want to say that much because I'm going to jump into proprietary issues that I don't want to. So thank you guys, and Auntie Gifty, take it from there.
Thank you very much, Brother Oliver. Thank you. I think Brother Redfin is in the house, Mr. Q&A, and our godfather, Mr. Martin, also is in the house. So, Brother Red, please take it over and give us the updates, please.
I think we'll We should know when he's back. He'll probably turn his video on.
Okay, good. So
in the meantime,
I think,
Marty, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So Mr. Marty, our godfather, please unmute yourself and give us something, please. Marty.
Is he on camera now? His video is off. It usually means he's not accessible. Video is off.
Okay.
So a video that cues us in. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. Until
yes.
I think while we wait for Marty and Red to come and the rest, let's just do something really quick. While
okay.
Let's keep an eye. Is that all right for you, Sister?
Perfect.
Yes, please. Yes, please. I think.
All right.
Yeah. I think I've done my part now, so I think take it over, Sister Comfort.
It's all right. It's not like you have done your part. Let's keep an eye. If they pop in, we'll just wait for them. We can't keep our people waiting when there is fire all over us.
I know.
Thank you.
Take it over, please.
Thank you, guys. We really appreciate. Thank you all for joining. Thank you even for your patience. We started late. There are a few irregularities. When we're on fire, at times there is commotion and we do stuff in a hit and miss. So bear with us, enjoy the fun. It's all fun, I think so. So my name is Comfort Confo. I own a company called OnPassive, and I am one of the official sponsors of World Cup 2022 taking place in Qatar. So if you are watching us now, be it on YouTube, be it here on Zoom, and you know nothing about this company I own, which is called OnPassive, stay tuned. Drop a comment so that we know that you are here. This webinar is organized because of you, because we want you to hop in. What does it mean for you that I own a company, a business sponsoring the World Cup 2022? Now stay tuned. Guys, let's hear from the house because it's hot. It's really hot. You know, Brother Oliver says, my body is boiling. He doesn't have words to describe how he feels. That's how bad it is, right? I think everybody feels like that. So I am just going to go random. Whoever is in here, we are 208. Everybody has a voice. And if you would like to raise your hand, just raise your hand and tell us how you feel after listening to Mr. Ash Mufareh last Tuesday and then running with him throughout the week and so on. And if you were present at the late night Friday show with Lynn and Ron, and you heard Mr. Ash Mufareh's testimony, how he walked us through the journey from 2018 till today, raise your hand. And if you don't raise, then you just want to be where you are. You don't want to come out of your comfort zone. I am coming after you because somebody must say something today. Brother Oliver, if you can do me a favor before you speak, I was planning for you to act really quick. This is going to be a very sketch, which takes just about 2 seconds. So get ready as I ask Brother Oliver to unmute. Can you show us what did you do on Tuesday that caught Mr. Ash Mufareh's attention and he could not stop talking about it? Can you do it again?
Yeah, when he was talking and calling numbers, those numbers, I was like, is this what am I hearing? Is this for real or is not for real? You know, I was like, Ash, don't say this. Don't say this. Then when he talked about 10 customers, you have 8 must buy something. Then he talked about instead of 3, we're going to have you have 1, you're good for some packages. I was like, my mind, the thing just blew off my mind. I'm like, finally, we are fine.
I know.
Yeah.
All right, guys, team, I know that we are really hot, we're on fire, but this is a public webinar. We can only share as much as we can and be as reserved as much as most, I don't know if it's good English, but bear with me. So whoever is a founder and cannot feel this heat, that person needs to visit the kitchen, which is the back office. However, we are only sharing mostly how we feel, but the real stuff is found in your back office. Brother Oliver, do you still have another word to add, or do you want me to go to the next person?
Yeah, I just want to talk about FIFA.
All right.
I know some of us in the United States, we don't understand what a World Cup, Men World Cup is all about, because here in the US, it's all about basketball, football, you know. Then they call our own football soccer. But this is the most prestigious game on this planet Earth. With 64 matches, they will play 64 matches with 32 teams for 28 days. 5 billion people will watch this football all over the world. Mr. Mufareh said this, I think it was in 360, that there will be advert before each and every match and during the halftime. You know what
that means? Advertising on passive.
Yes, advertising our company, your company,
my company. Actually.
Yes.
Good job.
So out of the 64 matches, in each match, there will be advert, marketing, branding us, you and me, all of us, and 32 teams will play in 28 days.
Woo.
Can you people wrap your head around this? Out of the 5 billion, for me, we might have 1 billion.
All right, I think that sounds like we are fine.
We are fine. Super fine.
All right, hold on. Let's hear from Brother Michael. Bro, unmute yourself. This one, you are smiling from molar to molar. You are here to tell us.
All right, good to see everybody. My name is Michael from New York. I'm so fired up, so extra excited, I would say. And I want to put some 3 points around that my company OnPassive simply can be described as unmerited favor. That is grace. To be a sponsor of FIFA World Cup, it's not a joke. There are so many qualifications that you need to prove, but we are here, me and you are here today, that we can say our company or my company is sponsoring FIFA World Cup. Now, the second point, in my company OnPassive, how far you can see is how far you can go. And thirdly, your future in my company depends on what you do today. So folks, let's start the future now. Because what we do today, the foundation we build today, will determine how far we can go and how secure we can be. Thank you very much.
Wow, that was big. And that was a lot of wisdom there when you say how far you can see is how far you can go. Please, if you are just listening, you stumbled on this or somebody invited you and you don't know what OnPassive is all about, don't move an inch. Stay here and listen. Let us know that you are here, either watching here or on YouTube or on Zoom. Let us know such that we get you quickly updated and get you join the bandwagon, because it's actually hot and you can't afford not to be part of this. Thank you, Brother Michael. And of course, my sweet sister who just gave us a special one. This is the day to celebrate. Sis, unmute yourself, Sister Gladys, and speak.
Thank you so much, Sister Comfort, and thank you everyone who is on. Yes, indeed, this is the day to celebrate. In OnPassive, we are celebrating 24/7. As you heard, we are not even sleeping because of the excitement. I really love our company OnPassive. First of all, because of the CEO who started this company, Mr. Mufareh. He started this company, which is now a movement driven by love, right from the core of the heart. He started this company because he wanted to do something ethical, something that adheres by the law, and something that will benefit the huge numbers for the greater good, so that he can affect humanity, touch it in a very positive way. He started this company that is very affordable. And when I say affordable, what do I mean? I understand that $97 is a lot for some people, and $97 is easy for some people to afford. But looking at the magnitude, at the size of OnPassive, it's $97. You cannot put a number on how much we are paying for what we are going to get. And so he started it really not driven by profits. Of course, we have the products, we have the services, we have so many things from which we will be able to earn from. But his major drive was to create something that can give people freedom, time freedom, money freedom, so that we can be able to do good to humanity. And so OnPassive is to empower people to inspire. So we are out to do good through empowerment and inspiring, and those who inspire, we want them to go continue and do good the same way. And this is why it's a business of generations to come. OnPassive is not for 1 year. OnPassive is not for 5 years. It's for generations to come. And so we can't wait to see what's happening. Already we are celebrating. We are happy. We know our CEO is adhering to the law, and that's why the process is taking a while. We are from 212 countries. And we know each country has different requirements. And for him to be able to do this, he has to take time, and we give him to do that time, because we know that OnPassive is the hope for the little girl in Africa or in Asia who doesn't know what her future holds tomorrow. But because she has heard that her mother is on OnPassive, or her father or auntie or cousin, she is full of hope for the first time. OnPassive is for that family that did not have breakfast today morning, and they don't know where their lunch is coming from, but now they have hope that they'll be able to have 3 meals a day. All academies here, and children are going to go to school, adults are going to go to school, even those who have retired, who have no hope, who had given up, now they can empower people. My mother is a founder, and she's so fired up to do something good to humanity.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Wow. Empowerment is the word. Thank you so much, Sister Gladys. I really appreciate. Guys, bear with me. I just want to tell you there's this sweet wise saying back home that if you see a frog, a toad, jumping, leaping in the day, you know that there's something after it. My brother Frank never talks. He never comes up, but today he raises his hand, means his roof is on fire. Brother Frank, just burn, just get us going. I've just asked you to unmute.
Thank you, Sister Comfort. Wow. To say that I'm on fire is an understatement, but I'm hot burning, like I'm in a furnace. You know, when I wake up every morning and I go out, whatever I do, I feel like I'm walking in the air, like I'm suspending, smiles on my face, knowing that I will not be doing 2 to 3 jobs no more. I'll not be meeting my wife at the train station to hand over my kid to her whilst I go to work. You know, we sometimes we don't even get to see each other. We don't get the time to spend with each other. While we're working, we are working for our family, right? And yet we don't get the time. We don't have the time. We don't get enough money. OnPassive, it's gold sent. And sometimes I don't know how to describe it, whether it's a business. In fact, it's more of everything. It's a business, it's a family, it's for humanity, it's for love, it's for everything. You find everything in OnPassive. And I just can't thank God enough for being part of this massive, massive family and movement called OnPassive.
Wow.
I'm so appreciative for whoever introduced this to me, my brother Michael, and for all the leaders in OnPassive, and for our CEO, for bringing this to mankind. Thank you so much. I just can't stop talking about OnPassive wherever I go. You know, I'm a student. Yeah. Sometimes I'll be sitting in class and I'll be thinking OnPassive. And I hope my professors are not listening to this. Sometimes when they are lecturing, my mind is somewhere else. I sleep, I eat, and I drink OnPassive.
Great. That's just it, bro. Thank you so much. I think I get you. When you say you feel like you are in the air, that's exactly where you are, because you are speaking from the top where your company is. Don't forget. Of course, that's where you are, rightly there. Thank you, bro. So, the All Tech Pro guys want to speak. Oh my God, Brother Collins, just unmute and start spilling it. We're ready.
Thank you, Mr. Comfort. Just want to greet everyone here. Marty Digamo, reference, good update. You know, Andy, you're always on spot. I can see my brother Mike Ellis is in the house.
Oh.
Yeah. So You know, when I said my ears are smoking, there are things that I shall just spill out a lot, but I want to talk from the previous before now. So 3 things Ash mentioned, because I want to look at the value. You know, Madi always talk about the value that Ash have never talked about money. I said, I will provide you value, value, value. And it is shocking people don't look at the value, because with value, there is money. Now, I want to touch 3 things. Ash talk about CUA, Certified Usability Analyst. A lot of companies don't have it. That's true. Even my company I'm working for, I'm sorry, maybe they'll sack me the next day. If they hear this, they'll surely fire me, but it is true.
You're fine anyway.
Yes, they are talking about user experience. Those who sit behind, look at the functionality, design it before they will code it. These are the people who sit behind and look at it, look between the eyes of all of us here, the users, analyze what Red wants, what Madi wants, all of those people looking into the eyes of it and tell the company, advise the company, let us do it this way. Let us have single click, not multiple click. Let us put the functionality this way, make it built, you know, the beautification of the interface we are seeing. I always said, when you look at a software where it is so user-friendly, the coding behind is very, very complex. But when you look at a software where you can say, my goodness, I can't even use it. I don't know where to find this. The coding is so easy because it's just throw everything behind. You can look at the code and say, my God, this is really easy to code. But what we have in OnPassive, it is complex in the back end. And that's why we can really see the user interface, very nice, beauty. You can say, oh, I know this, I know this, I know this. Yeah, I can do it. But to code this thing, to write the code behind is crazy. That is the UX, you know, user interface. You can call it whatever name you want. You know, to get that is difficult. Wow. Now, the next thing Ash talked was whiteboard. AI, the first company to create whiteboard, chatbot. When you have that with all the data, because normally Ash made a statement, what we have is a skeleton, right? All the product is skeleton. The test of time is when data will start to flow into that product. That's when you get the test of time. You said, oh, can we withstand this? They have already tested. Before Ash will come out with confidence and talk about this, they have already run the test, and they know that 1 billion people can hit in this particular. When we sit on Zoom always crash 15. It's because those users that are coming, I will touch this point, and I'm coming to the point I want all the users saying with O Connect. When they are coming, the flow of data, sometimes it crashes from one end to the other. That's why sometimes you sit on Zoom and you have this freezing data, you're just sitting and it's freezing. It's because of the usability. The number of people hitting that data, that server, that's what is happening. Zoom cannot handle it. OnPassive can handle it. Ash talk about O Connect. I want to come in. He says something about concurrent user. He said we are unlimited concurrent user. It means we are sitting on this Zoom. 20,000 are sitting. Remember, O Connect will go out. There will be millions of meetings going out. Lot of company will be using Zooms. It is unlimited. In each meeting, how many users are there? 20,000 or unlimited. Now they finish the limitation of concurrent usage of a particular Zoom meeting. Like we are hosting meeting here, Red is hosting meeting, Andy is hosting meeting, Madi. How many millions simultaneously in one go? Can we handle that? Yes, OnPassive already done it because they have run the test and they know we can handle it. Now, 20,000 in each meeting and it will never crash. So I just want founders to get this and know what is coming. We are beating the market. Zoom, your time, your number, I can say your days are numbered. It is finished. Oh. Thank you.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This is like, I'm just boiling here. So I feel so good when the old tech pros speak because I learn a lot. But if you can't get anything much from what Collins is saying, you know that in a nutshell, he is saying that you are fine. That's just all you want to get. Fine. Thank you so much. So what I'll do is I'm going to skip Marty for a while and keep him here first. Let's hear the last 2 names we'll hear before we listen to a few other people and come back again. Let's hear from our brother, John O'Crody, after which we'll hear from Ibrahim Said. Then we can hear from Marty, we can hear from Red, and we can hear from Mike Ellis. And then that's when the show begins. John Okrodi, you are welcome.
Yeah, greetings, my brothers and sisters. Thanks for the opportunity of being here. The Tech Pro, I salute all of you. I appreciate the good work. Talking about this World Cup, I'm more excited in the sense that some of us who are football lovers, the OnPassive in conjunction with the World Cup will make it so, I'm on top of the world, because back home here in Africa, they feel everything is calm. So OnPassive, this Qatar World Cup, my friends, my family members who love World Cup, say OnPassive. See the beginning of the match to the end, I'll say, yeah, that's my company. Can you beat that? So I'm so excited. And one thing I also appreciated about the Connect is about user-friendly. Because now, back home here, because of this COVID, most of the organization will do use Zoom. Even my workplace Zoom, even place of worship Zoom. You cannot go to place of worship, connect from your home. That's what is happening here, right here in Africa now. So that shows that, and also one of the important things that I also appreciate about the Connect, they say that multi-language simultaneously, translation simultaneously. Wow. I'm just waiting for those when all these things will come up, we'll start using them. In fact, I don't know how to express my happiness.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, bro.
Well,
thanks. We really appreciate it. It's a blessing to see someone speaking from home. He's speaking on camera very clearly, and he's so well informed. That is what OnPassive has, and those are the founders that we need. Don't say you're limited. He's speaking from Ghana, and we can get him, and he gets it really well. Thank you, Brother John, for coming. So let's hear from our brother Ibrahim Said in the house.
Okay, thank you very much.
Bro, can you please take down the camera? I think you're going to have a bit more bandwidth if you yes.
Okay, thank you. Please. So can you hear me now?
Yes, much better now. Just go ahead. Let's see.
Okay. Yeah, actually, I just want to thank all the leaders and the tech pros, and most especially, God bless our CEO. Is the best CEO ever compared to others. What Google, Facebook, what they are doing, and compared to what he is doing, alleviating poverty for the whole world. May God bless him. And secondly, when Mr. Oliver talked about Africa alone, the population number of people who watch the World Cup alone, and the adverts, they said before, when they go on halftime, then after, that is serious marketing.
Right.
We've gone. And what Mr. Oliver is saying that we will hit 2 billion, because that is serious marketing. God bless you. Thank you very much. I don't even know what to say again.
No, you said just so much. Thank you. Thank you, bro. Thanks so much. Yeah. Really appreciate it. Thank you. So I think he's calling from home as well. Much appreciated. These are just the people that OnPassive wants to see. You do everything possible to be there just when you need to be there. Thanks. So, Marty, I would rather, I'm giving you a choice. Do you want to just comment on, you want to give updates? If not, I would beg to get
ready. They asked me to talk.
All right.
Let me,
I
just have a couple.
One second, Marty. Ibrahim, can you unmute yourself, please? Or let me mute. Perfect. Okay, Marty, go ahead, please. Yeah.
Okay, I just have a couple things to say. I'm not going to try to do updates. That's
all right.
That's Red's gig. What I want to tell everybody, keep in mind, and I was reminded of this today from Ash, that our starting point, or what we would call base camp, is the peak of Mount Everest. So we're starting at 5.5 miles above sea level. He said we can only go up. And not only can we invent new products, we can invent new heights. And by now, I believe everything he says. So if you think you've seen anything, you haven't yet. He also said that probably before the World Cup, he's going to announce something else that's even bigger than the World Cup. So I don't know about you guys, but so that's what company we belong to. That's part of us. So wrap your head around that. It's only better and better and better every single day, every day. And there was a couple of issues brought up earlier. I did inform Misty Mufareh, and I'm not going to bring it up here, but they know. Let me just say they know.
Right.
Okay, that's all I have.
All right. Thank you so much, Marty, for dropping another bombshell before we finally let Red in. So, Mr. Redfern, you are very welcome. You go ahead with the updates, please.
Thank you, Comfort. Hi, everyone. How are you doing? Great to be here on Heroes once again. I see lots of brothers and sisters that I recognise and love dearly. Fantastic you're all here. Special shout out to Marty and Mike Ellis as well. Andy Burks. Great to see you guys here. It really is. So, have I got some updates for you guys? I've been saying all week, myself and Marty and Chris, that we have been expecting to see our CEO a little bit more often. We were very used to seeing him once a week, once every 10 days, maybe even once every 2 weeks. Or if us old guys remember, we didn't see him once for 6 weeks, I can remember, way back when. And, you know, I said, things are hotting up, and they certainly are at the moment. So much so is we're getting so much information on a daily basis now. I actually missed Thursday's new webpage. That is how fast things are happening. I completely forgot about having a webpage. Remember when we were so excited when we had one a month, and then it went to one a week, then 2 a week, and now I'm just missing them. And you wait, soon we'll be getting 3 a week, and it will feel like we're getting a new one every single day, which we will be. But we had a fantastic corporate webinar on Tuesday. This was the postponed one from last Thursday or Friday. Unfortunately, it was postponed because of the Queen of England's death. And it didn't disappoint, guys. If you were going there wanting information, it really was information overload. Every time he comes on now, it actually takes a long time for it to sink in. Now, what we heard on Tuesday, we are still buzzing about. I'm going to quickly go over the recaps, and you will know them, most of them all anyway, and also bring a couple of other recaps as well from when we saw him on Friday Night Live. He was on, and he was also on 360 with myself, Marty and Chris, and he was also on this morning as well with Dr. Shah, Dr. Bill, Gusminder and Neeraj as well. So he came on Tuesday. He said, I'm here to change your life and your future. Now, I don't know about you, but he's already done that to me. So things are certainly looking on. He said, I'm your friend and I work on your business harder than you do. Around the clock, 24/7, exclusively and only for you, the founders. There's also hundreds of soldiers also working for you. Many leaders are married to OnPassive in all departments. There's many of us here, many more who are in Hyderabad, taking this very seriously, giving their hearts to make this better for all of us. The same hard work is done by including, and not just only to mention, but special mention came out for engineer Mohammed Kamal over in Dubai, along with Kasim from India and many of the team in Hyderabad. Lots of sleepless nights have been had to get us to the stage that we are now. Now, the attorneys in the USA and are really on the ball at the moment with every time that Ash comes on any webinar. He's literally on the record. And most of this is shared. He actually mentioned this today that he's got an update about this for us, which is coming. I don't know what that is, but he sounded pretty excited when he was saying it, that's for sure. He said there's obviously US governments in Washington, D.C., and they have specific departments, and which he will share with us in the future. Maybe this is part of what he was talking about today. I don't know. We'll have to see. So he is literally on the record, and as that was a founders only webinar, he needs to be very careful of the things, not only that he says, but also us leaders as well when we are speaking on these public forums. It is very, very imperative that we use the right terminology and the right words so that nothing is left to chance, that our words of what we say here are to the book, what he has said. And any proprietary information, obviously we do not say on a public forum. You guys as founders can log into the back office and watch the recording as well. He said it's not his responsibility that if information is shared externally in other languages, if that language barrier has broken down in some way and misinformation has been said, then it is out of his hands. But he does try tirelessly to make sure that any information that is given out on the public forum is the correct information. Myself, Marty, and Chris say it time and time again, along with Mike Ellis, that any information that we give out is true and it is by the book. So anything that we say, you can take as gospel. He said this is a private webinar for founders only, and for those attending for us today, he is actually going to give us a bonus at the end. Now, if you were on that webinar, the recording got stopped, he got his calculator out. Big numbers in there. I'm not going to go over it on here, but if you want to know what it is, you're a founder. You can log into your back office. You can click that recording. It's in updates. Marty posted it there. He said, and there is some more information about that. But one thing's for sure, he was typing numbers based on only our foundership right now. So that's 1.4 million founders or paid positions. Okay, he was doing surmises of potential revenues based on 11 people in your teams. Jaw-dropping. That's all I can say. Absolutely jaw-dropping based on only 11 people in your teams. Now, I'm not the numbers guy. There's plenty of other numbers guys around here, and they will obviously bring you up to date with the specific numbers that were banded around. But one thing's for sure, guys, we are all in a very, very good and lucrative position. So that's all you need to know. How many of those apples you're going to get? I know one thing's for sure. It's going to be many, many more bushels than you have ever had in your life before. So that's all you need to know. He said some founders will be eliminated, unfortunately. So you might see the founders' positioning going down. This is because of what they are doing, okay? What they are saying, what they are alluding to. And if it hurts the company in any way, unfortunately, these people will lose their position. And absolutely, in my opinion, rightly so. Anybody who is here who does not take this business seriously doesn't deserve to be here. Plain and simple. It is, for me, the golden ticket. And if you are not confident with where and how this business is being run and what we are trying to achieve, quite simply get a refund. We do not want you here. And if you can't do that and you are bad-mouthing the company, then unfortunately you will lose that position. You cannot have it both ways. He said there are no new founders registered since the close of the doors on the 22nd of June of this year. Yes, we know about the pending positions. Surely it is better for these positions to go to people who want them within the company and organization rather than being flushed. I totally agree. And as many of you know, is that there is many people who have these positions. And if you do want one, you can reach out to somebody who has them. Remember, you do not need more than one. One is enough. Ash has said this many, many times. But if you want to gift them, use them, whatever you want to do, then they are available at the moment. And for a very, very short period of time. He actually said the 20th of September is the date when they will be closed. And obviously, we'll get more updates on this. He thanked then Charles Asong for organising huge events across Cameroon, and to all the leaders that are doing events around the globe on a regular basis. You'll notice in the back office under updates now, there is many, many more live get-togethers than there ever have been. This is a true testament of you founders wanting to come together, not only to discuss OnPassive, but to also to meet face-to-face, you know, to get to know that real person, the one you've been speaking to for 2, 3, 4 years. I cannot wait to meet Marty and Mike and Dan. You know, I've met you guys online now. Well, Marty, Mike and Dan for way before OnPassive in other ventures. And I reckon I've known these guys now for 6, maybe 7 years, and we've never met. And it will be a privilege to meet them. And I really do believe this is why so many are getting together now. So he went on then to talk about the design team in India and an amazing progress they have made. Remember, he told us a couple of weeks ago they'd hired a couple of new designers. These have come from big blue chip companies. He's now getting a lot more interest of top quality personnel within the IT fields approaching him, wanting to work with him. Why? Because when you are working in this environment, it's actually not just all about the money. It's about that freedom to express yourself, to test you, to go down different avenues that you've never been told or allowed to go do. I'm sure Collins will be an advocate of this, is that if you're a coder, sometimes it gets really boring coding the same stuff time and time again. I've done a C++ course, you know, and I know a little bit about coding, but when you're coding the same stuff all the time, it can get a little bit boring. When your brain is stretched to really try to go down new avenues, this is almost worth more than the money you're getting paid for, because you're learning new skills all the time. With OnPassive, it's encouraged. We want people to stretch themselves. It is a benefit not only to them, because as Ash said on the webinar before that, he gave cash bonuses to 30 of the workers in Hyderabad, and 3 of those got a brand new iPhone as well. This is the reward that they get for their efforts to do something special. Just imagine if he's rewarding the staff who he's paying to work for him, how he is going to reward us, the founders, because we have helped found this business of OnPassive. So he said, let's recognize their efforts and the work they are going to be doing in the future. He said the CUA is a new type of navigation between websites. Now, I don't know what CUA is, but Collins will probably tell us more about this. It is a new technical way of the way that one website talks to the other one, and you can flick between the two seamlessly. I'm not a tech guy. I don't know anything about that, but apparently this is a big deal. He's the only company, one of the only companies that have this. The certificate will be here before the end of September for it. And we are one of the premier AI companies which have every detail of our operational flow within this. And it's all run through that knacky word, AI, artificial intelligence. He then went on to talk about the artificial intelligence whiteboard. I know that Collins has touched on that. But a lot of people think, well, why is that such a big deal? You know, we all have chalkboards that you can digitally draw on and everything. Well, AI whiteboards, they're that intelligent. They know where you're going. So you start something and it will carry it on. But not only will it carry it on, it will make it perfect. If it thinks you're making a square, it will carry on and make the square or a rectangle or a circle or highlight it or whatever it is. It will carry on. This is machine learning at its best, backed by the artificial intelligence. No other company has it. Again, another new one for OnPassive. We have several products that are coming in the next few weeks and several that are done and parked. What does that mean? Remember, he told us by the end of September, we're going to have at least 10 to 12 over market value products ready to rock and roll. This is what it means by parked. It doesn't mean that they've stopped working on it. It means for what we need, they are done. Yes, there's people looking over them tweaking them, making them, enhancing them, but the meat and potatoes of it is all done, ready to rock and roll for us. So they're ready. And he said 3 of the first products that are going to be coming out of these, 3 of them are going to be absolutely free to the participants. Now, remember, guys, we as founders have to activate our accounts. Mike Ellis is sick to death with telling people you have to come out of pocket twice, once to become a founder and once to activate your accounts. Many of you have seemed to have forgotten the activate your account part, the come out of pocket. Yes, as a founder, you have to activate your account. We don't know what that cost is at the moment, but we have been told it will be affordable. And in fact, in some cases, it will be almost zero. But until we've got all of the details, we don't know about it. But the free products that we will have within the activation is going to be OMail, OTrim, and ONet. All these are completely free. And once you've activated your account, you will have the referral link to these products. There is also a paid product, and that is going to be OConnect. This is the first version. Ash had talked about on a different webinar that there's going to be version 2 that he expects to be out by June of next year. Now, it's my kind of hunch, guessing that that will be the full-blown version with the voice-to-voice translation within it. Don't hold me to it, but that's kind of my hunch of what I think that will be. But OConnect for me is always, in my opinion, going to be the big one that's going to make the difference. We had a sneaky peek, didn't we, about it on his webinar. He showed us the back office of how it's all laid out, how OConnect is going to work and all the rest of it. Man, if you were on it, it will completely blow you away. How easy is it? The visuals of it almost comes out of the screen. Absolutely top quality. Again, I won't go over it on this. If you want to know about it, get that recorded. So he said we allow our founders to activate their accounts first, get these products that they can then share the links for each of the products to the public. That's a big deal. Having those free versions, having your referral link, all you need to do is to send it out to your contacts saying, this is where I'm at now. I'm using this email. Here's the link, da-da-da. You're going to get a lot of people clicking on those links, putting their names and emails in it. And guess what? They then become part of your organization. Whether they buy now, buy in a month, buy 6 months, year, 2 years, they are still yours. That is the beauty about OnPassive. You do not lose anybody. So he then talked about the pending founder positions. We talked about that they are finishing on the 20th. That's the last day for transferring. And after that date, these positions will be deleted from us, the founders. The company then also reserves the right to flush these pending positions or actually sell in bulk to interested parties. What that might be, we don't know. But like I said, surely it is better to have them paid for rather than flushed. And again, they will be required to pay for them within a 24-hour period. He said that every product is individual, it's having its own link. So you can either have them individually or there will be packages as well. Again, details of this will come in the future. He showed us about OConnect, about the feasibility, how it's all going to work. We're going to have background noise eliminators as well, which would be great for Marty. And there's also going to be the 3D effect on it, unlimited users. And I know that they have already got it up to scalability to host 20,000 without a problem. We already know that we have up to 1 billion users already that can log in and use it. There's going to be lots and lots of themes as well that are going to be there templated. For instance, birthday parties, baby showers, graduations, weddings, all of these themed images and stuff, backgrounds, you know, stuff around the court sides, all that sort of stuff will all be there within OConnect. So He then started talking about the languages, etc., of your new back office, about how it's going to look. He showed it on the screen as well, that when we transition from OFounders to OnPassive, he didn't say in this meeting, but he said it on the 360, that we are going to have a holding platform for a very short period of time before we then, so we're going to go from what we have now with OFounders to the holding platform and then into OnPassive. Part of that was to lose the OTP, the on one-time password. That's happened straight away. Now, there was a lot of people running around like headless chickens going, oh, my security's gone. How am I going to stay secure in OnPassive? These are probably the people who are going, why do I need OTP to sign in? I've never needed it before. I can't log in now with my credentials. Anyway, we haven't got an OTP now. Why? Because that functionality of where we're moving to doesn't need it. The security aspect now is most definitely your wallet, okay? Where the money is, that's where we need the security. Your account elsewhere, okay, the security aspect of it isn't as high as it is within that wallet. So we have easier access, which has got to be better for everybody. Surely that is better just by putting your email in, logging in with your email, and jobs are good. And that's where we are. That is happening now. He says, but what's going to happen is when you log into the new back offices in this holding period and into OnPassive, you'll be able to select your language and it will remember that you are that person. It also remembers what time zone you are in. So it will say good morning, afternoon, evening, because it remembers where you are. He said, look at it on a big screen. It's absolutely amazing. He said, rather than on a phone, you'll get a much bigger idea of how it's all going to work. He said, we are the solution to the pollution. He then talked a little bit about OShop, about how this is all going to work. This is obviously going to be not only physical, actually in-person shops where you can buy merchandising. He wants to have a bit of a coffee shoppy, feely type of come in, talk to people, experience about these O-shops. They're going to be in places around the world, but also it's going to be virtual within your back offices as well. He talked a little bit about, he might include this with the global leader position. There's already going to be 3, one in Dubai, Hyderabad and Orlando. And these gift shop merchandisings will have memorabilia and lots of others. He's not quite sure of the terminology yet, might call them agents or something. This is not going to be set in stone and might change. But they will be represented in countries around the globe in many locations. This is all part of the process of getting the visual as well as the products out there to people. When they start seeing stores, you know, it becomes a lot more real for a lot more people. And it's going to have developed physical products within them as well, printed, and all sorts of other bits and pieces. So that's great to hear, that is. He also said that there's going to be a press release, okay, about what he talked about, and that was the FIFA World Cup. Okay, we are going to be part of FIFA as far as the World Cup is concerned. We're going to be there through all 64 matches of the World Cup. It couldn't be much of a bigger stage to be part of. I, for one, am very excited. The guys in the States might not understand the big deal that it is about football, which you guys call soccer, by the way. I've no idea, but it is actually football. Hence, it's called the Football World Cup. But there, we won't get into that right at the moment. But it is a massive deal. This year, the last World Cup, there was over 3 billion people that watched it. This year, they are estimating 5 billion. And I think Marty hit the nail on the head. And he said that the viewing figures of the Super Bowl were around about 140, 60 million, something like that, for the Super Bowl in the States, which I watch, by the way, because I like American football. You know, so that pales into insignificance as far as what the FIFA World Cup. That exposure alone is going to be massive for OnPassive. He also said in a previous webinar, if you remember, we cannot go to the World Cup unless we have sellable products. Big deal, guys. So we've had the confirmation that we're going to be part of the World Cup in some way, shape or form. So that means that what he said about sellable products, yeah, we are almost there. I can see that light at the end of the tunnel. So he then took a couple of questions. There was a surprise from Muhammad Kamal and the Indians because it was his birthday that he didn't want anyone to know about, but now everybody knows when it is, the 14th of September. So that's edged into our brains. And he said there was a question about, are we partners as founders of OnPassive? And the answer to that is no, we are not. Why? And he explained why. He said partnership means that you are liable not only for profit but also for loss. And what he didn't want to do was to basically make us part of any losses that have occurred within OnPassive. So that means that everything that's getting paid out now, we would have part of everything that gets paid out right now before it comes in. It's much easier for us to have the good parts, which means do nothing, sit back, relax, let the company do their thing, and we are founders and we will get a divvy, commissions of the things that we sell. So when again he went into whys and which are benefits and all the rest of it. Again, I won't go into it on here. You can then go and watch the recording. He then went on to talk about the compensation plan. Okay, again, I'm not going to talk about it on here, but it is on the recording. And if you want to know the ins and outs of how it's all going to work, go and listen to it. Very, very interesting. But I will just say this one part about it, okay? Any product that you own, that means you have bought that product, you will then have a referral link for that one product. The very first sale that you make of that product, you receive 100% of that sale back to yourself. So one sale covers the cost of you buying that product. Any subsequent sales of that product then go to the normal payment structure, compensation plan that has been worked out by the company. But remember, when he said you need 3 and you're free, you need 1, guys, now, just the 1. Once you've bought that one product, you sell that one product, you get 100% of that money back to you. So that means you are then free. Can't get any better than that, can it? And the cost of that product is immaterial because the maths of it are exactly the same. Whether it's $10, whether it's $100, $50, $200, $500, the maths behind it are exactly the same. You get 100% back for that first sale. So it really means a good bonus for all of us, because it means that we will then decide which products we want, okay, and which products we want to sell. But remember this one thing, you can only withdraw money from your wallet of products that you own. So you might have people within your organization who have bought a product that you don't own. So you will see that money in your wallet, but you can't withdraw it. Why? Because you do not own that product. So there is a massive incentive to buy as many of the products as possible, even if you are going to use them or not, because you will have the commissions from the sales of those products and the volume within your organization, and you will be able to withdraw it. Anyway, I've gone on enough. Just one other thing I will say. Marty touched on it. Ash was on this morning. He said a couple of really good bits of information. The question was asked about innovative labs. Remember, he's talked about innovative labs. He said we now have 3. One is specifically for AI development, and 2 are specifically for physical products at the moment. They're in different locations, and they are all doing different things. He said there is another one coming online by the beginning of October sometime. Again, he hasn't given details about this, but it is another one. So that means we'll have 4 innovative labs around the globe. And the other bit of information Marty has given you already was that there is a big announcement coming, okay, that he said is bigger than what he told us about the FIFA World Cup. How can it get any bigger than that? I have no idea. But rest assured, are we not in a fantastic position within OnPassive? I am going to hang around for any Q&As that you might need before today. But that's it from me. Back over to you, Comfort.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Red. Thanks. Really appreciate a round of applause for Mr. Q&A. I think if we are closing the webinar now, nobody would say it came here and went back empty, because you did it just the way you normally do it. Excellent. Thank you so much. So before we go ahead, please, I would like to acknowledge the presence of Mike Ellis. And I want to take us quickly to Friday night if you were there. A lot has happened this week, and it's overwhelming. I don't know where to start, but we started already. Red, before you came, we had an avant-goût, and people actually expressed how they feel since last week, and you just came and made it even a bit worse by doing that great presentation of the updates. So I would like to hear from Mike. Last week we listened, that was Friday night, we had an opportunity to listen to Mr. Ash Mufareh walk us through the journey from 2018 till this minute as I sit here. So Mike, if you could, in a very few minutes, about 2 minutes, because after this I have a few follow-up questions to make it up, just go back to that video and say anything you want to say, comment about it, and we can go from there, please. Thank you.
Yeah, no, thanks, Comfort. And I apologize for getting here late. I was busy this morning. Next week, I'll be here on time.
Oh, thank you.
You know, last week when Marty, Dan, and I talked about OnPassive and the journey we've taken with OnPassive, and I could spend 45 minutes talking about that, Comfort, but I won't. I think the biggest joy that we've had in the journey of OnPassive is you all. Getting to know Comfort and Red and Collins and Oliver and really all the people that are here, and finding out that there is so much talent in OnPassive, it just blows me away when I come on and listen to people. And a lot of times, like this morning when Red and Marty were on with Ash, I was there. I was just listening and listening to what they had. A very, very powerful webinar this morning. And I don't have time to talk about it today, but very, very powerful when it comes to you and I as founding members of OnPassive, those individuals participating with OnPassive. But when I think about the journey of OnPassive, where we were 3.5 years ago and where we are today, we were super, super excited as we came into OnPassive and learned the vision of Ash Mufareh. And that excitement has just grown over the last 3.5 years, and you ain't seen nothing yet. I'm telling you, you haven't seen anything yet. When you talk about the future of OnPassive, where we're going as founding members, as those individuals participating with OnPassive, it is extraordinary. And that's all I'll say about that very, very quickly, Comfort. But I do want to talk about where we're at real quickly.
Right.
3.5 years ago, it was all speculation. We would come on, we would listen to Ash, we would put the puzzle together, we would come out and tell people what we thought it was, and we were pretty good at it. But today, everybody here, there is no more speculation. When you think about the football match, I said it, Red, football match, that's coming in November. When you think of the other advertising that's coming from OnPassive, when you start to realize what's going to be happening, we don't have to speculate anymore. when I look at the football match in November, it is a massive exposure. I can tell you flat out that I believe over 100 million people will come into the ecosystem of OnPassive. 100 million.
Oh, God.
6 months ago, we were talking about 100 million coming in the first year. The first month, 100 million, and I think it's going to be more than that. And it's because of really just how well Ash Mufareh knows how to market. He knows who we are. He knows what we think. He knows what we feel. He knows what we want. And when you have that, it's just a matter of putting it in front of people the right way. And Ash does that better than anybody I know. So when you think about where we're at, there's no more speculation. We're there. It's a done deal. It's going to be happening in real time now. That's a really fun place to be. What's coming in the future, and Ash has talked about this. There's a product out there. Now there's more than one, but I'll talk about this one. There's a product out there. It is an AI IT product, okay, which we get to share in that. We get to share in the AI IT products. And Mr. Mufareh has said that the entire world will want this product, at least those online, 5.6, whatever the number is. Everybody in the world will want this AI IT product. I don't know what it is. I've thought about it. I might have an idea about it. But again, I'm not going to speculate about that. I know Mr. Mufareh. If he tells us the whole world's going to want it, the whole world's going to want it. What does that do for you and I as founding members of OnPassive? Get ready. You know, Red talked about, Ash talking about the compensation program and having 11 people on your team and what that does for you financially. I can tell you, most of the people on this webinar today, you've got 11. You might not see it, you might not know it, but you've got 11. And what that's going to do for you financially, I think is just going to blow the lid off of everything. But that is so conservative. You don't know what's coming. When we get 100 or 200 billion people coming into the OnPassive ecosystem, and we're founding members of an ecosystem, 11 people, that's just like, well, okay, well, that's done. What's next? And it's coming. So that's a little bit comfort. I don't have a lot of time today. That's why I'm kind of speaking a little quicker, but I can answer a few questions if you have any, Comfort.
Sure, please don't go. Just give us a few minutes. So I start with you before you slide out. Thank you so much, Mike, for that quick overview. So, you know, even on Friday, Mike, you said what Mr. Ash Mufareh does, like speaking to people. He's not just telling us stories. He teaches us, he gives us a lot of information. And I agree with you on that because personally, he ministers a lot to me. So when you listen to like the story he told us all the way from 2018 till now, you know, people do have dreams. His dream was like, I just want to lie on this bed, stay with my family throughout and make money, right? However, it's not like these businesses were not existing, but he found them unclean, unethical, and so on. But he didn't let that kill his dream. He went ahead and did something, what we're all over the place with now called OnPassive. So, and he now describes it as most of you leaders do agree, including myself, as clean, as sustainable, as long-term, as ethical. So when would you say is the best time to start? Because some people are like, oh my God, I would have loved to do this, but I'm already late. I'm in the middle of my 40s. I can't do anything. When is the best time or the right time to start that thing that is burning in your heart that you want to do?
Yeah, that's a good question, Comfort. And you know, when I look out in the US and around the world, what's happening today are the dream killers. They don't want you to dream. They don't want you to have a passion. They don't want you to get ahead. And when Ash Mufareh came out and we caught his vision, he really was a kindred spirit because Marty, Dan, and I, although we had the same goals, we had no way to get there and no idea how to get there. And what Ash has done is given everybody that's here the ability to dream. And that's such an important part of the human condition. When you lose your dreams, you start to die. And there are so many people out there, so many companies out there, so many governments out there that wants you to die and they just want you to acquiesce and do whatever they tell you to do. That is not OnPassive. And the time to dream, if you haven't, is now. Now, I know everybody here, you've got that spark inside of you right now. It's there.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mike.
No, I'm not done. I'm not done.
Thank you. I appreciate. All right. I apologize.
Yeah, that's okay. I just needed a pause there.
Right.
It's so important to have that vision, to have that spark, to have that hope of living. And when you have that, and OnPassive comes along, now it can explode. Now it can expand. And that's what Mr. Mufareh gives to all of us. I know everybody here has a dream, and that's a really, really great thing. The thing about OnPassive, you will be able to accomplish those dreams and so much, much more. And that dream is going to grow into something that you probably never thought it would be. It will just flower. So get there, stay there, and don't ever lose it. Go ahead, Comfort. Sorry about the pause.
It's all right, Mike. I think I was just in a rush. You know, when you're so hot, you can't wait. So I really appreciate. So I would like a few people to add on this, because the dream killers have done their worst, and many people are just like, it's all lost. However, I would like a few people to agree with Mike that is it true that Mr. Ash Mufareh is here to spark your dream, to finally see your dream come true, and the time to go for it is now. Andy would like to add something to that, please.
I think the vast majority of us here have tried many things over the years. We've got involved in various different businesses in order to try and help ourselves, our bottom line, as Mike likes to use the phrase. For me and pretty much everybody here, and Mike's mentioned it, this is the golden ticket. There was speculation to begin with, that's gone. And all of us here are on cloud 9. Bottom line is, you've got such a simplistic business. Anyone, and I mean anyone, can do this business, because it does the bits and pieces that I can't do. So it will register me a domain name. It will build me a website. It'll drive specific targeted traffic to the website. It will close the sale, and it will deal with all the customer support, but it will pay me for every customer that comes on board that buys a product. Now, what could be simpler than that? All the bits and pieces that I can't do are done for me. And if you're not excited by now, there's something wrong with you, or you're not listening.
Right. All right. Yes, thank you. Red, I think one of the last things you said before you closed.
Hey, Comfort, before you go on, I do have to leave, and I'll be on early next week. And when I start talking about the heart of OnPassive,
right,
that's a really tender subject for me, but it's so important. But I'll come on next week. I'll be on earlier, and I'll try and be a little more enthusiastic, Comfort.
All right. Okay, Mike, we appreciate you so much. We can't keep you for this long.
I'll see you.
Thank you so much, Michael. Thanks. Yes. So, Red, are you still moved? Are you still motivated to add your voice? Because Andy just said something that this is the golden ticket, and that was one of the last words he used before closing the updates. So would you say this is the golden ticket? This is that moment where that particular dream will come true because Mr. Ash Mufareh has created the avenue for it?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about accessibility, isn't it? Andy said it's for everyone. It certainly is. If you're a marketer, you know how to market. How can you not love what's developed for you? All the tools that you pay for already are part of your startup subscription, that one-time activation fee. You get many of those that you're going to pay for anyway, but you actually earn money from it. If you haven't got the knowledge, you're not computer literate, you don't know how to recruit, market, like Andy said, it's all done for you. So how can this not be the golden ticket? And doesn't matter how you dress it up. Many people might have the excuse 4 years ago when I joined, 2 years, 3 years, or even 6 months to a year ago might have had the excuse, well, it's all speculation. We don't know what's happening. You know, it's all talk, blah, blah. You know, like Mike Ellis said, right now, there is no speculation. You know, Andy said it. Everything now has come to fruition, what has been worked on. I said it on the last, on my recap. In fact, the header was the last piece of the jigsaw. What we heard on Tuesday was that last piece of the jigsaw to put it in place. We now have the whole picture. Anybody who has been involved in this business, who has been plugged in, even if you've just come along and you're just getting going again, there is plenty of information to give you the whole picture. Now, there is some founders who are trying to look too far down the line. Just relax, guys. You know, we will be notified in very good time of what the next step is going to be. One thing you need to understand is if you've thought about it or you're concerned about it, the company have not only thought about it, they've sorted it. They've made it easier so you don't have to worry about it. You might be thinking you're thinking of something that the company haven't thought about, but they've done it twice, tested it, make sure it's bulletproof, and they're going to tell you what to do so you don't have to think about it. What more could you ask out of a company? This is why it is bulletproof, in my opinion. This is why it is the best business, in my opinion. And this is why I will keep on saying we have that golden ticket, because nothing comes close. And I paid $97 4 years ago. I've not paid one dime more. Look what I have had out of this business for over the 4 years. And what have I had to do? Stay plugged in, stay positive, take the journey, accept the process, be thankful for where I am and for what I have got. Nothing else has been asked of me. Nothing. All I do is help, help, help. All of us here, that is all we do, is help. And this is why it is, for me, such an amazing business. Back to you.
Wow, thanks. Thank you so much. So let's hear from Auntie Lynn. You know, let's go back to Mr. Ash Mufareh. As of last Tuesday, he says OnPassive is clean, it's sustainable, it's long-term, and above all, ethical. So would you like to comment on the ethics and maybe the culture of OnPassive, just in case some people are new here and stuff? We need to know our business in and out. Auntie Lynn.
Sure. Well, I think that OnPassive stands apart from the crowd because of our ethics. It starts with the top, and that's with Mr. Mufareh. Mr. Mufareh has always espoused being ethical, clean. Remember, OnPassive is going to be the correction to the corruption. And we are going to be the stellar example to the world of how business should be done and has not been done so far. Think about it, for all the centuries of business that we've seen go by, it's still corrupt, it's still awful, it's not good. When is the change ever going to happen? It has to start with someone like Mr. Mufareh, who's a visionary, and he can see that OnPassive will have that ability to make these changes. And I believe that as corporations see us as a good example of being a clean, ethical corporation, and they see that OnPassive is doing well financially and thriving, other companies will say, hey, maybe we don't have to keep being corrupt. Maybe we don't have to keep doing things the way we have done, and still we will have profits. So I'm very, very hopeful that the world's corporate culture is going to actually change for the better. Thank you.
Wow, thanks so much. Thank you, Auntie Lynn. So I picked this statement yesterday, I think one of these days from OnPassive 360, if I'm not making a mistake. I know you all are capable of delivering. So I think one of you said the founders' positions are not an investment. They are rather a pre-registration to the OnPassive business. Marty, can you clarify this to us, please? I've just asked you to unmute. You need to unmute yourself. Marty, you need to unmute yourself. Oh.
You made Marty co-host.
Yeah, all right.
But you know, he's in an environment that's noisy right now. He just mentioned to me.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I think we'll know when he's available, when his camera.
All right, sorry about that. So can we pick that? Yes, can we pick this?
I'm here. What do you want me to do? I'm sorry.
I just want you to say, if you say OnPassive founders positions are not an investment, but just a pre-registration to the OnPassive business. I just want you to clarify that for
well, like right now, there are some pending positions open and founders to begin with. A founder position or even a pending founder, it's a stream of income. It's not an investment. You're not investing. You're signing in to say that you would like that position. You get the position, and we know what all the other is. Products will be sold in our behalf. Right? There's no guarantees, but we know this. Because of value, because of what's out there, and because it's in high demand now, it's not like we're putting something new out and going, I wonder if people will like this. People like Zoom. People like what we're selling. We just have a better product, and we have much better value. So if you do the math on what we know, the answer is, we're going to get a big return, which is people getting in. They're going to want to stay in because of value, because it was set up for the consumer, not for the company. Not an investment, but you are definitely, it's like owning a franchise and knowing what the outcome is going to be. Like the beauty of it, McDonald's is over $1 million to get a franchise. For $97, and let's say that one of the packages are 100. I don't know what it is, but for $100 and $97, $200 total, you have the potential of owning a multi-million, if not billion-dollar business, right? An investment, you have a chance to lose. I don't think you have a chance to lose here. Zero.
Yeah.
There's no way you can lose.
Thank you so much, Marty. We appreciate that response. I hope somebody's finally getting on fire like the rest of us. That's how much we can do. Guys, if you are watching us on YouTube or here on Zoom and you are not part of this journey, nobody will be left behind. Just let us know and we are going to attend to you really quick so that you can get into it and have the fun that all of us are having here now. So let's hear from let's hear from the OTech Pro team. You guys have been silent. I saw Vincent here. Now, before we go, I was going to quickly ask Brother Oliver, when Martin mentioned the transfer of the transfer of founders, pending founders and stuff. How much security do we have during this process, these transactions of transferring pending founders from one person to the other? Is it still very secure?
Very, very secure. I'll assure people again, based on our CEO's own words, we should not be scared about security when it comes to OnPassive. Where we are now with security, we are fine. Because first, AI comes with its own security. You know, Internet Protocol version 4, version 6, hybrid comes with its own security. You know, our database, AI secured. Firewalls across the multiple regions, secured. So we are fine. And we should not question anything about security when it comes to OnPassive, because the CEO, he's aware of it. And he has been hammering on this about security all the time. Even when he said that OTP, we will not have OTP, but we are secured. The only time we will need anything different is going to be when the wallet to your bank account, that's the facial recognition and fingerprint. Mm-hmm. So we are in a very good position when it comes to security. Nobody should panic about it. I know people say that that they don't have OTP anymore. They just log in. We are fine. Don't panic. We are in a very good position.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks so much. Yeah. So let's discuss products a tiny bit. And I would like to hear from the OTech Pro and the marketers. So the OTech Pro will speak, Red will speak, and I think Andy will speak, and Marty would speak. Let's hear, guys. So we've heard the CEO say a few products are going out now. Many of them that are going out first are free products. So what do you call free products, and why should we be excited about free products? Brother Vincent, if you can go first, please, and Collins, if you would like to add a bit to what Vincent says, then we'll hear from the marketers and then Andy.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Sister Comfort. Yeah, free product, they are the product that the customer will not pay any penny for using them. So the product will come out, like our CEO said, we have OML and ONET. They are free products for life. So we're not going to pay any penny for that. So it will be free for life. So we will use them. It's the same thing, similar to when you go to Google or Gmail or maybe Yahoo. They are free products. So they will use those products for life. But the free product, this is the product will come out, and then the product will use those free products. This product will be like using the advert for our company, because more people use it, more they know OnPassive. Because when the product is out, you go and OML, and then, OML for which company? So it's for OnPassive. So that's the best way that the product will go out. That's the best way also to know our company OnPassive. So it's good to start from the free product before, because when the free product is out, it's well known by the world, and then a lot of people will go to our pay product. They say, oh, this OML is for OnPassive, and then people will go to it, and then they will use for our product, so that all the commercial product also will be used out later. So it's good plan. So our CEO is doing very well. That's the best way to do also the market for product.
Wow.
Thank you.
So, okay, thank you. Collins, do you still have anything at all to add to that, please?
Yeah, Vince, I've just said it all. So yeah, free products, most companies, they always start with free. Though they said it's free, yeah, it's just to get people in so they can see what we have in our ecosystem. For instance, you have OMail, as Vincent said, they are all disruptive. We have ONET. We do all of them, they are coming with their own cPanel. So they come in as a standalone product. So be it whatever you want. So for instance, you can say, oh, I love ONET. So why not ONET? You know, they will go into ONET, and what will happen? They are all already into OnPassive ecosystem, and they can start to see all those products you can buy. You know, you can say, oh, I love OConnect. Why not OConnect? Why not this? Why not that? Because they are already in, you know. So it gives that access into OnPassive ecosystem, which is a very, very good strategic move by our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufareh. So I'll just throw it there. I know Red will add more, and Maddie will add more.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Red, so we really like to hear more from you, because this is what gives the excitement. So let's know how useful the free products are from a marketing perspective.
I am going to absolutely utilize it till the cows come home. I cannot think of a better way to get people into any organization than to give something free. We all do it anyway without us even knowing. When you're going to the shops, you're going down the aisles, you see the bog-offs, 2-for-1s. Oh, look at that. I use that. I'll have some of that. 2-for-1, bargain. And you buy a shelf load. You know, everyone does it. This is nothing different. It is all about marketing. It's all about giving what the public wants. It's about getting people in. All right. That's what it's all about. Growing. Now, why give it for free when you can make money out of it? Because it's all what they call lead generation. All right. Getting people into your organization. How do they get in? Very simple. We were shown in the back office the OMail. Okay, we all know about OMail. It's in our back office. Many of us have been using it. We were showed the bigger version. Did you notice that they have a templated email done for us with our own referral link on it, all done, that you put into the address bar who you want to send it to, and it says, hey, I'm using OMail. It's fantastic. I love it. Check it out. Here's the link. Bam. You send that to all of your contacts. Now, I can guarantee every single person here has a minimum of 100 people on their address books that have an email. Minimum. How many of those people do you think are at least going to check it out? Maybe not even use it. Now, we're not even asking people to use it. We're asking someone to look at it. How do they look at it? Yeah, they've got to click that link, put their name in it and an email, right? That's your job done. And when people say I can't market, that's you marketing. What you've just done now there is marketing, and it's been done for you. All you've had to do is put someone's address at the top of it, go click. That's you marketing. Then the company take over. They are part of your organization. They're going to go looking at this brand new website that's going to go boom in their face. Wow, I've never seen anything like this before in my life. How cool is this? I'm tired of Facebook. I'm tired of Gmail. I'm tired of Twitter and YouTube, LinkedIn and Pinterest and Instagram or Snapchat. All of these things I'm tired of. I'm looking for something fresh. How many times have somebody tell to you, I've had it with Facebook, I absolutely hate it, but there's nothing else? Along comes Onet. Hey guys, I've found a new social network. Absolutely love it. Come and check it out. Bam. All those people. How many friends have you got, Comfort, on Facebook right now? 2,000, 3,000?
At least 5,000.
Maybe even maxed out at 5. I bet every single person here now, if you look at your friends, inverted commas, on Facebook, I bet everybody has at least 400. So not only have you got at least 100 emails, you've got 400 that are on Facebook. That's 500 people. Now, what percentage of those people do you think are at least going to click that link, put their name and email in it to be part of it? I don't know, 20%? That's 100 people you've instantly got in your organization. And what have you done for it? Oh, there's a template. Let me have that. Thanks very much. I'll put someone's address in it. Click. You can even put all the addresses at the same time in the top of it, and you're only sending it once. The same with the social network, right? Just put it on your Facebook home screen. Hi, guys, I'm here now. Come and check it out. Goes to everyone. That is why I'm so excited about free products.
Wow.
Because it hasn't cost anybody anything. But you have just expanded your organization exponentially with the company then getting to work on your behalf. They're going to go browsing. Oh, what's this? Oh, Academy. Oh, quite like the sound of that. Click. They get a free use of it, a trial, whatever the company is setting up. I don't know. But one thing's for sure is they are going to get to work to expose product after product after product to everybody in your organization. If they don't buy today, they might buy next week, a month, 6 months down the line, a year down the line. Does it really matter? Because they're still part of you. That is the absolute genius of what is going to happen. You think you're excited now? Ooh, you wait till you start seeing that money in your wallet. You're going to be doing the jig for more jigs, I can assure you. Happy days. Back to you.
Thank you. Thanks, Red. Thanks. Oh my God. This sounds extremely unparcelicious. John Barilla, are you there? So let's hear from Marty. Your hand seems to be up, Marty.
Yep, it's up. Believe it or not, I did that. I figured it out. Free products will set you free.
Ooh.
It's that simple. Listen, if I don't get 100,000 people through the free products in 6 months, I think I failed. Let me tell you what, most people reach for the apple on the top of the tree. There's some of them that are waist high, knock them in a bucket. You don't need to climb the tree to go get the one at the top. You can set up the free products and have people fighting each other to get in. There's many, many different ways that I'm going to use every free product to get them in, even if I have to pay them. And I'll give you an example. I've done this before. I do a contest using YouTube through OConnect. I do a OConnect video. I feed it to YouTube. And on YouTube, I said, listen, I'm going to give you the first person that finds this answer. I'm going to give you a business in a box, 100% automated, hands-free. I'm going to pay for everything. If you come back with this answer first, 500 people, okay, go. Where do I tell them to go? Where am I telling them to go? I'm going to tell them to go to ONET. They get in ONET. They put their name and their email, and they're looking for the answer that I asked them, whether it's Trivia Pursuit, Paper Chase, whatever you want to call it. First guy that comes back, or woman that comes back, I say, you won. Here's an email. Here's how you log in. This is all yours, paid. As products come in, you can work your way up with the commissions from your sales. You're in for the rest of your life. Here's the plus. Out of the 500 that went to go look for it, 499 signed up on my list free. They are with me for the rest of their life. Tomorrow, I tell the first 500, tomorrow I'm doing it again, and I'm going to give away 2. Now, let's assume this cost me $100. At this time, I'm making Apple small and passive, so who cares? Next day, I give away 2. There's 1,000 people show up. 2 come back. They said, hey, John and Jane, you won. Congratulations. It's not going to cost you a dime. I paid everything. You are in a business, hands-free, 100% automated. 999 people signed up, 98. They are in my organization. Now I'm at 1,500 people. The third day, some of the people on the first day are starting to buy products because they're walking through the mall of OnPassive. So now I'm starting to get commissions from the people that I originally showed this to. You do this for 6 months, and that's one item. Part of it can be you get them in, they win, say, I got a special gift for you. And they say, what is it? And I give them the other free product. Now, they don't know they can get it anyway, but I give it to them. I'm going to give you a business in a box, and I'm also going to give you what's the link shortener called? I can't even think of it right now.
Referral link.
Yeah.
O-Trim.
Yeah, so give them O-Trim on top of it. They think they won that. They also won the free thing in a box. Everybody's going crazy. They start telling everybody, hey, you got to come here and do this. At the same time, I've got ads running extra traffic to my website that I made from OCreate from a video that Mike Ellis did for me that's 2 minutes long, talking to resellers. So now I'm bringing resellers in. When the reseller comes in, he goes, I don't know what to do. I said, well, give some money to the company, let them drive more traffic. And if you want free people, here's what you can do. Run a contest, give away a position every week. You do that for 6 months, and there'll be relatives you never met that will never have to work a day in their life.
Listen, Marty, I have a follow-up question to this, because so many people still sneak in from the back and say, oh my God, we're launching. I don't have anybody else on my team. However, the CEO says you don't have to have people on your team. Just get plugged in and you will be fine. You'll still have the extra, like people who like team builders. So should they be doing things like what you are just saying now? Those who
Absolutely. And remember this, if somebody above anybody here, who's not tapped in, above red.
Yep.
That's not going to stop red from doing what red does. But every time red does it, guess what? That person above that says, I don't have anybody, now has 20,000 people. Oh. Why? Because red did it. You work around people. Trust me, if you're in a patch of people that care, you don't have to everybody have to do it. That's why I love this company. If I've got 3,000 personals, that builds a lot of people underneath. They're going to have people they never have to pay for a dime. Not one dime.
Oh my God.
We've created at least 4,000 or 5,000 people will never have to pay a dime. They'll have the money in their wallet. They can use that money to upgrade to another product. That's the beauty of the company. I've never seen anything like it.
Wow.
And we can all do that. Somebody said, well, I don't have anybody. Well, for one thing, you don't know that. When did you come in? 2019. When? April. Where? Under red. I'm sorry to tell you, I'm under red too, and I think we have a few. So good chance some of the people that have absolutely no one, this is my opinion, absolutely no one could wake up on the day of launch and see 10,000 people in their downline. The company doesn't care. When we all get shuffled together by date, you are where you are. Now, I wouldn't depend on that. Obviously, I didn't depend on that because me, myself, Mike, and Dan, we built it as if there's no one.
Right.
We wanted to create overflow, not wait for it. That's all we did. Let's create it, not wait for it. Now, will we get some? Yes. Why? I know Red's got some to give me. No, but
So
I mean, the same thing's going to happen to people under us and under them and under, it's a beautiful thing. Absolutely. Anybody here, if you don't take advantage of the free, you're an idiot. I'm saying that as nice as I can because you can do it. I don't want to work with a marketer because most marketers aren't telling you the truth. They're not really marketers. They were online and they lost money. How much they lost doesn't make you a marketer. But 98% of them lost money. So the chance of me talking to the 2% is pretty slim. But get in here, don't mention marketer, share this, do this, and you'll build the biggest team you've ever dreamed of. No doubt about it.
Wow. So Marty, thank you. Thank you. I think I'm just like, thank you so much. I'm just happy that I can still manage this. So let's hear from Andy, how all of these products, the free products and all what we've heard from Red and the rest of the team, how do they transform into figures? How do you talk?
Well, they've certainly taken the wind out of my sails for a start. But what I love about this is, let's say, for argument's sake, you take advantage of what Marty said, what Red has said, and you take on, let's call it 400 people that start to use ONET. Now they're going to tell their friends, because now they're on a social media platform that's better than Facebook. So they're going to tell their friends. And if every one of them has 50 friends, that's 2,000.
Oh my God.
So it expands and it expands, but all of these form part of your group. So it's not just what you're doing, it's what everybody else is doing. But the genius, the absolute genius of this is they will see in their wallet, when they in their dashboard, they will see these coins coming into their dashboard. And they're going to get curious. They're going to get curious. There's no doubt about that. So as these people come on board to use the free products, they're going to start to see coins coming in. And when they do, they'll find out what those coins are and how they can get them. Once they get them, they're going to tell all of their friends, hey, look, all I did was start using a different social media platform, and now I'm getting paid to do it. This is, how does that work? But I don't care. You need to use this too. You need to use this, and so on. It's just going to go like a mushroom, and it very quickly will go viral. And it's not just because of what you do or what the company does. It's because of the customers that come on board, what they will see for themselves. And as I said, the genius of the system is this little wallet with coins falling into the wallet. How can I get those out? Everyone wants the money. Tell me how I can get them out. Right, I've got to sign up for this. Brilliant. I'm going to tell my friends. As simple as that.
Wow. Thank you. Thanks so much, team. You're doing just a wonderful job. And I'm just like, oh, wow. Am I hearing this? So this question is coming from me. And I think many people would benefit from it. Given where we are now and what everything we are doing, because some people are still sleeping and coming and asking, how much are we going to activate our accounts for? How much doesn't matter. What matters is that you are getting ready. Can people still start getting ready now, given that they have not started saving up? Can we advise people now to start saving up to activate their account at some point in the nearest future? I'm asking Marty, Marty, you're nodding. Can you say something?
Listen, here's what Ash did. Remember 3 and it's free? He switched it to 1 and it's free, okay? He cut, yes, the value of the company has quadrupled. That's why everything's had to change. But he also thought, look, maybe 200, 300 people won't be able to get in at that level. He never said a number, but I'm picturing that level 1 could be 100 or less. That's my opinion. So that gives an open window to a lot more people. It's much easier to get $100 than 200 or 300. It could be less, could be $50. I don't know. How many levels are there? I don't know, but here's the beauty of it. if everyone can get in the game, the ball's rolling, and it's $50. People on their team and people being brought in through the company, through advertising, through whatever, are all going to be coming in underneath that person that paid $50 for the lowest level. That person's going to make commissions on anybody that comes on his team, no matter what level they came in on. The only difference is they can't use that money until they own that product. Here's the beauty of it. I come in at the $50 level. A guy under me comes in at the highest level. Let's say that's $400. I don't know. I can take the commissions from that $400 and upgrade me to level 2. So now I'm unlocked at level 2. The money never passes you. It's just whether you can grab it or not. So you can use the company's commissions to you to upgrade you to the max. And yes, I recommend very highly everyone here get to the top point as quick as you can, obviously. Now, you could also max out, and if you have more than one account, you could transfer some of that money to your next account and get every position in the game. In the game means you paid a commission. Nothing's changed. The only thing that's changed is levels of commission, because Ash knew that a lot of people that got in probably can't afford the upper level. He also knew to take all the products and throw one price on it was absolutely ridiculous. They're too valuable now to do that. You just can't do it. If he was to put a price on everything, I mean, what would it be? Even at value, great value, it'd be a lot of money. It'd be more money than people could afford. So he broke it down so everybody on the planet, well, we might have to help a few people, or they might have to wait a little longer, but everybody will be in. That's the beauty of it. Wow. And nobody on my team that I know is going to be waiting that long if I've got to throw money in their wallet or not. Because I want everybody to move. Let's go. Because once you're paid all up, you're at the highest level. I believe every month for the next 5 years, you're going to make more than you did the month before.
Oh my gosh.
So,
wow. That's mind-blowing indeed. So let's hear from Red.
Fix it, Red. Yeah, fix what I said.
Yes.
I know you did a great job. The only other thing I was going to say was, remember, Ash has always said no one gets left behind and it will be affordable for everyone. Remember the last webinar, he said there is going to be an engagement bonus that people can actually build up just by logging in, using, liking, sharing, commenting. The algorithms within the system will know when you do it, and guess what will be falling into your wallet? Yeah, little bits of coinage to build up that you can then use to purchase, like Marty said there. Nobody's going to get left behind, guys. This is the bottom line. Whether you get there today, tomorrow, 2 months, 1 month, whenever it may be, there is going to be the ability for everybody to get where they want. Some are going to get there quicker. That's just natural. It's the way of the world. But everybody has a possibility to get there. And that is the important thing here, to give that a possibility for everybody to get where they want. The other one I would say is a shout out actually to Jeff Pinder, I see from the Bahamas, is here. If you haven't checked out his videos, go and see Jeff Pinder. I'm putting his stuff on my channel. He's there as well. Go over to Jeff Pinder on YouTube. Subscribe to him. Cool guy. Really super
sharp. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So go over there. Check him out. There's lots of rising stars at the moment. Rafael Saint-Germain as well. He's another one that I'm sharing on mine. Anyone here or anybody you know who is doing YouTube, who needs a bit of exposure, send me a link to your YouTube. If I think you're worthy of that exposure, I'll bang you on my channel. Not a problem. Let's bring you to the top. Andy Burks is on there as well. I always stick his stuff on as well. Comfort, I'll put your bits on there as well. Lynn Nakamoto's on there. Bill Musty's on there. Everybody and anybody.
And good news, Jeff Pender's in your team anyway.
Is he? Good lad.
Yeah, he probably doesn't even know it. Well, you know,
I haven't got a clue who's in my team. And do you know something? That is the beauty. Me and Marty have talked about this many, many times. We haven't worked on our individual organizations for, I bet it's 3 years. Why? Because there is a much bigger picture at play here. And the bigger picture is the success of this business. If the business succeeds, guess what happens to all of us? We succeed as well. And that's the beauty about it. It is that there's no, I'm better than you are. There's no, I've made more money than you have and all the rest of it. I'm going to assure you, we're all going to be very, very comfortable. Thanks very much. Wow. If you want a bigger car than me, well, you crack on. I actually don't care. You know, it doesn't really matter to me. It's still got 4 wheels. It's still going in the same direction. Yeah, I'd like a new one. My handle fell off mine. So, but it doesn't matter. That's the point I'm trying to make is there's room for everyone. And that is the beauty about OnPassive. Ash says it time and time again. The wealth is there. The thing that is wrong is the distribution of it. Right? Wow. What we're going to do in OnPassive, it's going to be equally distributed based on the efforts that you put in, whether that is the efforts of what we do or the efforts of what the company do. It is all going to be distributed equally. Anyway, let me get off my soapbox.
Please. Thank you. Thanks so much. I'm so just burning now. So Jeff, it's really nice to know you. For some reason, I'm just knowing about you now, and I just saw you now today, and everybody is talking about you, the leaders, everybody is commenting on the chat about you. So can you just raise your voice really quick and tell us what your passion is all about? Tell us just really quick. Welcome, bro.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you so much, man. I'm just echoing what I've heard Red say already. I am one of those people who totally agree with what Red just said. It's a team effort. You know, this business that we are engaged in is the first of its kind, and that I think we all fail if we don't all win together. Yeah. I envision day one when we launch to the world that all 1.4+ million of us lined up and ready to hit the go button. I don't see us having 60% of us involved in that process, and then we go to the world. Of course, if those of us who are not involved, that's okay. But I see this company, the way that we are set up, the way that we help each other, the way that we support each other. Right. I see on day one, all of us, one time, 1.4 million of us going to the world with our accounts ready to receive, because that's just the way how Ash thinks. I'm going to be quiet right now because I'm excited. I'm excited, guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Comfort, I just want to say as well, the reason I like Jeff so much is because he's got a really cool microphone when he does his videos. It's like one of those really professional ones with an anti-spitty thing on the outside as well. And also he's from the Bahamas, and I want to go to the Bahamas, so I've got to butter him up a little bit as well.
Oh, you got a friend in the Bahamas for sure, brother. You got to know that for sure.
I can't wait to click on the subscribe button, Jeff. Thank you so much. So I know we can't stay the night here, even though if we were to have it our way, we would go on for the next 24 hours. However, I just want to quickly hear from Sister Gladys. Jeff says, we all fail if we all don't win together. Sister Gladys, we want to round up on this note. What do you say about this?
Thank you so much, Sister Comfort and Brother Jeff. Thank you so much for those words. As you know, we've been trying to get in touch with you with Lynn. Hopefully you have seen the message I just sent you directly to you. He's saying the truth. It is a team effort. And this we have seen from our CEO, that we have to work together. He has shown us the example. One can do it, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 100 can do more. And that's where we are a movement. Ash knew himself he could not do it alone. He needed people of like mind, and that is us. So as we come together as a team, as we emulate our CEO Ash Mufareh, we will be able to do more, we'll be able to go further as a team, as individuals, as a company, as a movement, and touch lives around the world. Thank you so much.
Thanks, sis. Thank you. It appears to me like my brother Oliver wants to say something. Is your hand up, bro? unmute. You want to unmute yourself, please?
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I just want to say something on this line. When the CEO talked to us the other days that I was born to change your life and I will change your life and your future. Then on 360, he says something that touches my heart. I discussed it with Collins. He said his life is not going to be accomplished if he doesn't change people's life or impact people's life. That one touches my heart, you know, and I want to plead to each and every one of us here. I saw Maddie, it looked like Maddie shed tears that day because I saw he tears was coming out and he, you know, for somebody that has sacrificed his life for the 1.4 million of us, we should keep praying for him and for God to give him that wisdom to manage this company and the tech guys in Hyderabad. That's just why I wanted to say that if he has sacrificed his life,
right,
sleepless night, and he said, I was born to change your life. I will change your life and your future. That is big.
Right.
Thank you.
Think I remember that statement too, bro. He said it. He said, I will not die until I've changed your life. So he said it. So, and he means what he's saying. What can you not do? What can you do apart from just praying and praying for his protection? Thank God for bringing him our way. So, Auntie Lynn, I think this is one of the longest webinars. Can you just raise your voice and say something, a word of thank you to our guests and so on, so that we'll finally shut it down, please?
What I want to say is, Comfort, you did a fine job of moderation, brought out the best in everybody and asked very good questions. You're a remarkable moderator. Thank you so much.
Oh,
really makes a difference. The moderator makes or breaks a webinar. I tell you, you're amazing. Thank you. As far as the webinar today, I thought it was a good one. You know, we covered quite a bit of ground. We had a lot of contribution from some of our top leaders in the company. We're grateful to them for being here. We had a great turnout. Even the fact that we couldn't post immediately in the back office, we were having some technical issues. But look, today we had over 250, I think, people here. I think close to 300. So people are yearning to get information, and Heroes is the place to get it. We have very dedicated leaders that come here week in and week out. We have a good support team that produces this webinar, creates the programming and all of that. So please come back, come back to Heroes every Sunday at 1:30 p.m. Bring your questions with you. We just ask that they not be support questions. If they are support questions, take it to support. But other than that, we're pretty flexible on what you can ask and make comments about. But we want to thank the leadership of Heroes who have done a lot to promote this webinar and to keep it going strong. And we see more and more people coming on board to hear what is happening in OnPassive. There's huge momentum going on. We don't want anybody to miss that exciting journey that we're on. Be part of it, be part of this webinar, stay engaged. And I want to now take it to anybody else in the leadership who would like to speak, or back to Comfort. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Auntie Lynn. Thank you, dear team. We know, like we always say, this webinar happens because you come. If it's just Lynn and myself and the Heroes team, then we're just joking here. So it's all a webinar and a success because you make it, and as a family, as a team, of course, we'll make it right to the next stop. Thank you so much, and over to you, Sister Gifty.
Thank you, Sister Comfort. Today was amazing. Everybody was on fire. Thank you so much. Thank you, our dear leaders. Woo! OnPassive, way up. Thank you so much, our dear attendees, guests today. We really appreciate you. If you are here, somebody invited you to the Zoom, or you are watching on YouTube and you do not know what we are talking about, you have heard a lot and you can become a customer. Please kindly subscribe to the YouTube channel that you are watching. Get in touch with the person's YouTube. We have about 20 YouTube channels. Please get in touch with the person's YouTube, and they will give you guidelines how to become a customer. and you will win as we are winning. God bless each and everyone today. And also may God, see us through the week. And also don't forget to pray for our CEO, our tech team. Pray for our leaders also because they are doing an amazing job. God bless you and see you next week, the same time on Heroes. Thank you. God bless. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Sister Gift.
Thank you.
Auntie Lynn, do you want to unmute everyone, please?
Yes, let's go to the gallery first of all.
All right.
Let's take it to the... Beautiful. I love the graphics. Thank you to June and Myra for creating our graphics. Are you guys enjoying the graphics? The Zoom background, isn't it pretty?
Yeah.
Auntie Lynn, really quick, please. I'm sorry to bringing us back.
Yes.
We just want to think about one of our great promoters in the house, Wasim. I think Wasim is one of he does all the interviews and stuff, and he just lost his father. So we remember him in prayers. He worked hard, taking care of the dad and so on. So he just passed on. Remember
and
him.
Susie also lost her father, Susie Mufareh.
Susie McRae lost her dad. Yeah. So let's keep both of them in our prayers and thoughts. Thank you, Gifty. The good reminder on that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Anything else? Are we missing anything else? Let us give a quick minute to John Barilla so he can thank the chat monitor. It's really important.
Yes. Thank you so much, Lynn. I was sitting here going, I hope I get to thank my helpers. Listen, folks, there were people working very hard today. And thank you, Gifty, for mentioning the YouTube channels, because there's some folks that aren't here helping in the Zoom, as I am and a few others. But I want to thank all these folks real quickly. MK Kaylee, Yin Yang 444, Casey Zevenbergen, Kushal Pagoo, Raphael St. Germain, Gina Leva, Listra Truach, Myra Kino, Bruce Gerstein, Roy Davies, Rob Gorman, and Dave Rosowski. Thank you, folks, for helping me with everything they do. They are great. The way they protect the YouTube channels, they're in all 20. All 20. It's amazing.
Wow.
Thank you. That's all I got.
Wow.
Thank you. And I'd also like to thank, I was spotlighting the wrong person. I was trying to spotlight Gladys. You're next to Gladys. I'm trying to spotlight what you call Myra. Hold on, let me see. Myra, are you there? We want to give you a couple minutes to speak, Myra. Myra. Are you there?
I know she's there. She may not be hearing you. I don't know.
Oh, there she is. Her video's on. All
Hello,
right.
everybody. Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you for the graphics.
I'm happy, as usual, to be here with all of you. And yes, we June and I always get inspiration to build the background for the webinars. We are proud of OnPassive. We are proud of our whole family. I love you, Lynn Nakamoto. If it wouldn't be for you, I wouldn't be here. I'm just so grateful, and I don't want to give a speech because I don't want to give a bigger speech than all the leaders before. Just kidding. It's wonderful. I'm so excited, hyper. I was telling someone that I was doubling up my doses of the blood pressure medication because, my God, my heart, I don't know how much I can take of joy. So thank you anyway. Thank you again. Nice to see you all.
Thank you, Myra. Thank you so much.
I'm still on a high from talking to Ash.
All right. Anything else? Did I miss anybody else? I think we want to thank you, the attendees, of course, because you're what makes Heroes. We appreciate each and every one of you. Yeah, we see a lot of familiar faces that come in here week in and week out, and we do love you and we appreciate you. Thank you. So right at this time, we're going to go ahead and unmute everybody, and you can say bye-bye to one another, and don't forget to come back next Sunday.
Bye, everyone. Have a good
day.
Yes,
Bye now. We'll see you later.
Don't overdose. That was just a joke.
Have a good day, everyone.
Thank you, John.
So long.
Bye. Thank you,
Bye.
Love you all.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Gifty.
So long. Farewell.
And just that our sister was joking, so don't go overdosing, please. She was just joking.
We'll see you later.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, bye, bye.